Hello everyone, it's the Nep King and welcome to my new video where I will be making character comparisons between two anime franchises, which are Hyperdimension Neptunia and Date A Live. The reason why I chose to compare characters from these franchises is because some of them look pretty similar to each other, and fun fact, they are both illustrated by Tsunako, mostly. And in fact, I got into Date A Live because of how similar their appearances are with Neptunia characters, and they are both very cute. Within a few weeks, I will begin a new gameplay series which is Date A Live. With the release of the new game in the Neptunia franchise, Neptunia Sisters vs Sisters, there is a new character that actually looks very similar to Date A Live characters. Before I begin, please note that this video is mainly based on my own opinion, so this may vary with yours. Now without further ado, let's get straight into this video. I hope you enjoy it. To start it off, both the characters from Neptunia and Date A Live involve cute girls who can transform to alternate forms, where in Neptunia are called goddesses and in Date A Live are called spirits. From what I see, when people compare the 4 CPUs with Date A Live characters, they compare Neptune with Tohka, Noir with Kotori, Blanc with Origami, and Vert with Miku, which I can generally agree with, especially with Kotori and Miku. Though I will go into more detail later with how I see it. First off, let's begin with Kotori Itsuka, who is Shido's foster sister. Her height is about the same as Neptune, with only a difference from a centimeter, where Kotori is 145 centimeters and Neptune is 146 centimeters. In Neptunia, the character who looks close to Kotori is Noir, the CPU of Last Station. Because of their hairstyles, which are twin tails that are tied up by ribbons, Noir and Kotori's height differences are 13 centimeters, where Noir is 158 centimeters. In fact, there are art concepts of Noir where she was originally going to be red, including her hair, which really does make her look more similar to Kotori if you have watched my Neptunia Facts 101 Part 1 video. However, there is another character that looks similar to Kotori in Super Neptunia RPG, and it's Philin, as they both have twin tails and the color of her hair is really close, although Philin's hair is pinkish reddish while Kotori is red, which is still pretty close. Therefore, Kotori would be a mix of Noir and Philin from the Neptunia franchise. The next character to compare is Miku Izayoi. I would compare her to Vert, the CPU of Leanbox, because their hairstyle are very similar to each other, and their heights are very similar to each other, with only 2 centimeters different, where Miku is 165 centimeters and Vert is 163 centimeters. That's all the similarities that I find with Miku and Vert. The major difference they have are their personalities, where Vert has a more mature personality and perhaps the most mature in the group, while Miku is actually the opposite, where she is described as being childish. The next character we have here is Nia Honjo. I actually just recently discovered this character and I was pretty surprised when I saw her appearance. I assume you would obviously know what attracted my attention to her. It's her hairstyle, and it is very similar to Neptune, the CPU of Planet Neptune and the protagonist of Hyperdimension Neptunia. Their hairstyles are very similar because of their short hair with a spiky lift. Their height difference is by 22 centimeters, where Nia is 168 centimeters. Next up, we have Origami Tobiichi. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that when Date A Live has been compared with 4 CPUs, they compare Origami with Blanc, the CPU of Loi, which I find it pretty reasonable because of their hairstyles, which are short and bob cut, and when they speak in a soft, calm voice, at least in the Japanese version it is. Blanc and Origami has a height difference of 8 centimeters, where Blanc is 144 centimeters and Origami is 152 centimeters. Origami's anti-troop spirit form does remind me of the CPU's HDV form because of its techno-style suits. Another character that I can compare her based on her hairstyle is Marvelous AQL, who is based on Marvelous Entertainment.
ずっと探してきた。ずっと探し続けてきた。やっと見つけた。ようやく見つけた。殺す。絶対に殺す。私がこ 私の5年間はこのためだけにあった。
With the release of Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters, there is a new character named Anri who is based on Android and iOS devices, as An is from Android and Ri is from Ringo, which is Apple in Japanese, and Apple is also referenced from Apple Inc. If you look at the appearances between Anri and Origami, they are much more similar to each other, and their hairstyles are almost, if not, the exact same, and they are both silvery. Another thing that makes both Anri and Origami even more similar to each other is her desire to avenge her parents by killing the person responsible for the deaths, which Origami wants revenge against Kotori and Anri wants revenge against Grey's sister, who actually is Maho. Before I move on, Anri is actually not illustrated by Tsunako, but she's actually illustrated by Kei Nanameta instead. The next character on our list is Tohka Yatogami. Earlier in this video, I've mentioned that people compare Tohka with Neptune. The only thing I can agree with her being similar to Neptune is when Neptune's in her goddess form, where the color of her hair is purple, which is closer to Tohka's hair, which is dark purple. From my point of view, Tohka kinda also reminded me of this background from Mega Dimension Neptunia V2 in Noir's Dream, where Noir is wearing a school uniform, which has a similar color scheme style to Rising High School, where they had a black long sleeve top, dark blue skirt, but Noir's skirt is probably purple, and long black stockings, and also the fact that Tohka and Noir both have dark colored hair. Though if I were to compare her hairstyle with characters from the main series, I would say it's pretty close to Nepgear and Adult Neptune. Their heights are pretty similar to each other, where Tohka is 155 centimeters, Nepgear is 154 centimeters, and Adult Neptune is 158 centimeters. With the release of Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters, Tohka's hairstyle actually looks more like Maho, with both their hair tied to a ponytail. Thank you for watching my first video on my character comparisons between Neptunia and Data Live. There are so many more characters that I wanted to compare, but this video has already gotten pretty long, so I will end it off here and I will make sure to make another video to continue the comparisons. If you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and share this with others, as I'm going to begin my Data Live gameplay series in the next few weeks. Anyways, I hope to see you guys when I begin my Data Live gameplay series, my next character comparison videos, Neptunia Facts 101 Part 3, and future gameplay episodes of Neptunia. Goodbye, have a nice day.